Oh, no way, everybody. It's Jason Ellis. I'm going on tour. I'm doing a comedy tour. Who wants to see me tell jokes? Hey, Tulsa and Appleton, Wisconsin and Louisville. I don't even think I've been to Louisville, but I'm coming to Louisville and I'm going to be in L.A. Wait, I'm always in L.A., but I'm doing jokes there too. Everybody go to thejasonellis.com. Check out the dates of when I'm coming to your town to tell jokes to your face. Come on. Everybody has to go. You better go. If you leave that, if I do jokes and you go, oh man, I didn't know that you were going to be in Tacoma. Well, wake up, Tacoma, because I'm coming all over you. Whoops. It's a vigorous smoke machine too.
Yeah,
and I'm
sneak in some vapes while you're doing it.
If you can blend it in.
Handle the smoke?
Is that got weed in it?
No.
Just don't blow it at him. He gets contact high.
No, it's nicotine.
That's okay.
You know, it doesn't.
I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not.
No point in it.
Like everybody who's sober is like on those things, and I'm like, don't start, Jason.
Why?
No.
If you got wind, I say keep your wind.
Yeah. I do a Zen every now and then. That's my.
I'm afraid of them.
Well, why?
Because the withdrawals off of them.
F off. If there's withdrawals off them, then you must be eating a pack.
What are you saying, Xanax?
Not what? No.
Oh, Zen. Oh, what is that? Like,
how can I be completely sober?
I thought you said Zen.
Every now and then I pop a Xanax.
California sober.
No, I'm not California. I'm actually.
You've never heard people say all the time.
I've been in arguments with people about it because I say that's not sober. Like, don't put the word sober at the end of it.
Like a Jew for Jesus.
Just say you smoke pot. Like, let it go. Don't try to join my gang.
Is totally moving, new and improving. Knockdown, we got back up. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is on?
Oh my God.
Look, hey, Kurt, close your eyes and tell me this isn't a dragon.
I don't have to close my eyes. It's a dragon. Without even closing my eyes, that is a dragon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kurt Metzger.
A dragon.
And welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a little excited with the smoke. I was trying to show off.
Yeah, I took a full bukkake.
Hey, why would you point it at the guest?
It's just off the side.
McCone, I'm blaming you.
It is a shotgun blast.
With your fancy haircut. Hate new age people with fancy.
I think the mullet's the opposite of a fancy haircut.
I just hate people that have haircuts.
Me too, man.
Yeah, right? Like, F you guys.
Yeah, the ultimate privilege.
What was
Million hairs, I call them.
What was your last one?
Last what?
Do you remember like going for a last haircut, kind of knowing?
No. It was the pandemic. I stopped caring about getting pills or Rogaine.
Oh, I see.
Wait, you use Rogaine?
I had been.
Didn't work.
Well, you have to use it forever.
Did it work? Did you have hair and then you quit Rogaine and then you went bald?
Very quickly. And I thought I was...
Wait, it worked?
Okay, I'll tell you if you want to know.
I'm not talking over you. I was asking a question.
Yeah.
Don't act like I was talking over you. I see what you're trying to do straight off the bat, like I'm being nosy. You, man. I'm the host. I'm asking. You can beep it. This is going to be a cussing show, all right?
So, at the time, I would take Propecia, okay? You know Propecia?
Yeah, it's for balding too, right?
It's for prostates, to shrink prostates, but they discovered that it suppresses a certain kind of testosterone. I can't remember what it's called. It's not just testosterone. It's called DHT.
Yeah.
So that grows prostates and kills hair follicles. So it would suppress that. So Propecia would cost like $1 a pill, and if
Yeah.
you had a cool doctor, they go, just get this prostate medicine, get a pill cutter, and just cut it in pieces and take a little bit, and it's like you quarter the price of paying for hair pills because insurance didn't cover it when I was getting it.
Yeah.
Then with that, you do Rogaine foam, so both of them work together. That kind of is activating follicles. Some people get a laser comb. I never did that. Now you get stem cells finally.
Yeah, but there's
Well, all that. I don't care.
See, now you're talking over me. I'm joking.
Sorry.
But
I
you're
was
saying it
doing that.
works.
Yeah, but you think it's not working? It's
It's
like
too late for us, though, right?
maybe
A certain level of bulb.
it's too late for me to give a shit about it.
Right, there's that.
After a pandemic, I was like, I don't care. I just shaved my head. And
You got a good head. So
I
it's
didn't
not-
understand the head shape thing, how important that is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I didn't know that until I saw him. I'm like, oh, that guy can't.
Yeah.
You see these bald guys that keep it long on the sides because
Yeah.
they don't have good.
Yeah.
They can't lose that.
Yeah. Some people have ugly heads with hair. I can see it.
Yeah, well, that's
A lot of movie stars have giant foreheads.
You picking on Rainn Wilson?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's one
I
of them.
believe he said movie star.
He's in movies.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, you ever see Super? That's a pretty good movie. James Gunn movie?
Yeah, early 2000s.
No, like 2012 or 11.
And then he was in The Rocker. That was the big play.
The Rocker was, yeah. And then that very successful American Office that went a little bit too long.
So, I saw your special,
The Lewis
your
one.
30 minutes of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
ass. Yeah, and I told you before, I was like, why didn't you do an hour? Because I wanted more.
I am doing an hour.
And then you told me that. So now you
Yeah.
kind of answered it, but just for everybody else. He's got more. So that's why it was 30 minutes, because he's got another whole hour. Makes sense.
People don't have super long attention spans, and I want to get that material out and then not have to do it like in a, because it's
Yeah.
going to age rapidly.
Yeah, I guess so. It must be nice to have a lot of options.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't have that many jokes.
But they're like, mate, you could write them.
Yeah, but I don't write as good as you. You're a bit of a genius.
Well, I did it for 25 years, and it's not like
Touche.
this is not a important job. This
Yeah.
is not like a.
It is to me.
Well, that's fine, but it's the part I like. But it's the lowest rung of showbiz. Do you understand? Like this is like you maybe could be above a pro wrestler because your body's not getting destroyed,
Right.
but you're below a magician, a porn star. There's a porn star plan B. There's
I
being
tried
stand-up.
that. That didn't work out.
Yeah, people go to this.
It's actually pretty hard.
You can't really get canceled from doing stand up. You can always do stand up.
Right.
That's not really show business.
Yep.
And,
TJ Miller told me that comedy is far more difficult than acting, and he is an actor and a comedian. So I believed him.
well, I haven't acted enough to feel a certain
He
way.
said he gets bored.
With acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you being able to write and also perform, it's kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. The school of thought I first heard Ralphie May say it is like you're directing a movie that you wrote that you're starring in. That's,
Yeah, it's a lot.
that's
And also,
stand-up.
yeah.
Braveheart seemed difficult.
If you're doing all those
Took
things,
a lot out of Mel.
Yeah, no, I
yeah, he
gotta
seems
say,
super stressed afterwards. On the
He says-
classic
CCH.
movie.
It is classic. You know, there's some effed up edits in there where I'm like, who the hell didn't catch that? Like at one point, he's got the sword over his head and he's running towards people, and then he's got the sword back down here. I'm like, you didn't catch that? How coked out were you?
Well, they also historically they had like their kilts on backwards. Shit, like they weren't even remotely close.
Yeah, and I heard
Don't
that
matter. It's a great movie.
back in the day, they took mushrooms and painted their entire body blue, and they were naked when they went to battle. But I guess they couldn't do that. But that would have been better.
Oh, also that guy didn't f everybody's wife on their wedding night. That's not a real thing. Prima nocta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's made
They
up.
made that up?
Well, no, it's not made up by them, but it was made up a long time ago by I can't remember who. That wasn't a practice. You really can't have a cohesive society if that's allowed like that. You just can't. You're not going to want to have a thing like that. The thing that's funny now is Scotland. You see a prime minister of Scotland is like, his prime minister, he's like a Muslim guy, and he's like, there's too many white people here.
In Scotland, he said that.
Yes! And it reminded me of Longshanks from f***ing Braveheart. He goes, the problem with Scotland is too many Scots.
Yeah, right.
They voted for that shit, so good luck.
How can you say that?
Because in Europe, it's crazy now. It's more crazy than here. In fact, people have to copy our dumb shit harder than we have to do it. That's how you could tell at NATO who's like what levels are socially.
I don't know what NATO is.
You know the thing. You know what NATO is.
North Atlantic. No, that's
All the
that's
Western
NAFTA.
countries that are all together against the Soviet Union.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Everybody that's like, if you attack him, you attack all of us against Russia. That's
Yeah.
NATO.
Bully protectors.
Is the way that we would portray it, and the way I would be inclined to portray it as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So frogs are gay, huh? But they're hermaphrodites.
I think they're gay because of Kermit, but maybe he was just singing.
Kermit did seem gay because I would have definitely been more assertive with Miss Piggy.
Yeah, that pig was a beard.
Wow.
I got more incel vibes off of him.
What's an
Kermit?
incel?
Yeah,
He didn't seem bitter though.
the guys who are just like, I can't get laid because the world sucks. Not my fault.
Oh, yeah, he did seem like that.
It's not that hard to get laid. I mean, it really is
Yeah.
not. You really don't. You just got a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people. I don't
I've
know.
had some bad run-ins of late. I'm single. I've been using dating apps because I don't go out and meet people, and when I do, I don't like talking to people. I think my biggest fear sounds like if I went somewhere and I saw somebody cute, I ain't going over there to say anything. That's insane. So I'm just gonna like be alone forever.
I thought if you wait, this is. Are you actually gay or are you like bi or
No,
something?
I'm not. I was bi, but now I'm sober and I'm not. I'm straight.
What really? Mm-hmm. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's super interesting because I've already got the label, so girls don't want to sleep with me because I've sucked their dick and stuff.
That used to be a way to get laid.
Not
With girls.
Not maybe if maybe.
Back when I was in high school, I mean, I was a Christian. I wasn't allowed to do nothing, but all my friends would go to the Limelight and all that shit. They'd all be fake gay to get gay for drugs.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
Yeah, I missed
it's
my
not fake because
opportunity.
they would do shit to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
And oh my god, girls were like way into it.
Yeah, I'm not into it. No offense to anybody. I love the gays. I just don't want to do it.
Limelight's the place that I swear this really happened. I walked up to the door one time. I was like 16 years old, wearing nothing but boxer shorts, and the door guy was like, "Go, go, 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 go."
Is that true?
And I just went and wandered around having nothing. I'd like drank all my 40 money.
It's a cool look though.
Are you from New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really hot, and as the night went on, I was just like drunk and wandering the streets, and I was like, I don't need a shirt, and then all of a sudden I was like, I don't need pants.
And then a club's
Brown.
like, it's like these are the girls we want in the club. A boy with his boxers.
You don't
think I
want,
was
you don't
just- I
want a
think-
whole club of dudes
No,
with
no, no,
boxer
no.
shorts, but one guy every now and then is a pretty good look.
Yeah, did I just see what I think I saw? It's
yeah.
like they were trying to do the Studio 54 thing.
Yeah.
The guy picture, remember Carson Kressley, the main dude from Queer Eye? That it wasn't him, but that guy was
Yeah,
the
that's
door,
pretty
and
cool.
and he was just like, "Oh, go, 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 go."
Yeah.
go.
I would think it's cool.
You skipped the line. Yeah.
Just one guy walked by with boxer shorts. I'd be like,
Dude,
yeah,
people I knew would go and like they put on like eyeliner and shit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
right.
Limelight it's literally a church
was
that,
a-
that,
yeah.
that like got de-sanctified and was just sitting there vacant, and at some point somebody decided to open
okay.
a club there.
A
So it's
kid
cool.
from my class in senior year, this kid Matt Frank. He was on Donahue for the Club Kid episode with the dude that killed the drug dealer Michael Allig.
yeah.
On Donahue, they had all
Party
the club-
Monster. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on.
Oh
it,
yeah.
and Matt was in the background, and he ended up dying of like he'd smoked crack and shot heroin to come down or something. It was like 90s. That was
like
like
a
a big thing in the 90s.
it's like
It was
a speedball, right?
Where I lived, yeah, it was like heroin overdoses.
Yeah.
Did you get into heroin?
No. I mean, later in life, I got hooked on OxyContin, but not ever.
Was that fun?
I
I mean, for a period, obviously it got bad.
for a
but-
period, but not overall, no.
right.
Overall, it f***ing blows. It's not like being hooked on benzos, which could kill you. But
But
it's,
benzos is fun.
I never liked them like that. I liked opiates though, and
Yeah.
those 30s. Holy shit! Like, but because if you get like Percocets or whatever, they would put Tylenol in it. Because for one, you got to have Tylenol in there. It's America's. That's the number one OD drug, by the way. I think is Tylenol.
Wait, you can
still.
OD from Tylenol?
Poison for your liver.
Oh, I know.
Advil, I think,
take
it makes
it.
your stomach bleed. Well, I would always take Advil. I'm afraid of Tylenol. But they put it in, and the part of the reason they put it in there is because if you abuse your Percocets, it's like almost like wood alcohol, the Tylenol in it. You go deaf. Remember Rush Limbaugh went deaf? Remember that?
Did he have a tail?
Who?
Rush Limbaugh.
A tail?
Yeah, Howard Stern used to always say he had a tail.
I assume.
Like a story to tell?
No, like a little wiggly dog.
Gather
thing.
around, children. Yeah, no, I think he was
I
one
think
of those.
Howard was being,
Oh.
facetious.
Can we look it up? I always assumed that it was one of those. He was a baby. He had like the little prehensile or whatever you call it, 3-incher that they chopped off.
Oh, Howard said like it was so he had like an extra tailbone.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are born
Yeah.
and they have like little vestigial
That's kind of cute.
tails, and then they get chopped off. And I assume that that's what he was talking.
I would
Not
go
that he
out with
still
a girl
had
with a
it.
tail.
Oh hell yeah!
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, not as long as it wasn't hairy. Be a bold tail. If it was a
I
hairy
think it would
tail,
have to be. I wouldn't want a hairless tailed girl.
well, I'd be okay if it was hairy only on the tail, but I got this weird feeling
Just
that
on
it's
the
going to
tail.
creep into the hole and stuff.
Right, but a hairless tail. Now we're sort of talking about a sexy rat woman.
Which is okay. I got a hairless cat. I like his tail. I mean,
Yeah.
When you look up if Rush Limbaugh has a tail, Tony Hawk and Jason Ellis is one of the first thing that comes up. I think that might be a self-created fact.
Shut up, McCone, you idiot. It's got nothing to do with me and Tony Hawk. Howard Stern did it.
What about 10 little-known Rush Limbaugh facts?
Yeah, you don't know how to
All
Google,
right, we'll
bro.
go through them. We'll
Yo,
see
say,
if there's
you might
tail
be
in
surprised
here.
though.
He enjoys scented candles.
Oh my god. If you have that written about you, you suck
That's
so
number
bad.
one.
Yeah. Why would? Who doesn't like a?
Yeah, right? Like, who's against scented
Oh,
candles?
he lost his his hearing. I'm pretty sure that's from Tylenol poisoning from taking too much like Percodan or Percocet.
Because he was on Oxys.
Oxycodone.
Right, yeah.
OxyContin though has no Tylenol in it.
Oh, wow.
So when you get high, you can when you tolerate yourself, you can take more.
Eh.
And then you got to
That's
switch to
handy.
heroin, or because it's very expensive. It's
yeah.
worse than the heroin.
But not if you're as rich as Rush Limbaugh. You can get all the Oxycontins you want.
I think he was getting codone, not cotton. I think because the deafness is Tylenol poison. It's not from the opiate.
Wow.
Some
I
people
never
might tell you
took
different, but-
Tylenol. Every time someone tried to give me Tylenol or Advil because I'm sore, I just prefer to go, ow. You
Yeah.
know? Like, I'm like, oh, man. People are like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm sore. I don't want to take, I want to get high, you know? Because I'm like a junkie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, oh, the pain. I don't really care about the pain. If I get hurt, I just want to get high.
Right.
You know? Like, I'm like, oh, cool. 'Cause
Wait,
I was
that's
like,
not treating the pain.
yeah, but it's more like I would justify doing skateboard tricks where I knew I was going to get hurt because I was like, if I don't make it and I get hurt, I'm going to get so high. So it
Oh,
was kind of
wow.
worth it, you know?
Wait, do other athletes do that? Like
I
play
don't think
football?
I think Tony opted to not do that, but I was like a mess. I was like a party athlete.
Yeah, right.
Like I used to say, I'm the best guy in the top 10 who's on drugs. And
I think that's
nobody
worth-
would go, I disagree. Everyone would go,
But that's
probably.
like remember that boxer who smoked? He would win, and he put a cigarette, and it was hilarious. Like there's like an extra accolade. Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that golfer too? Who's a drunk?
Yeah, he smoked he smoked in the other dude, in Shane Mosley's face. He said disrespectful stuff in Spanish.
Yeah,
And he smoked at the weigh-ins and the face-off.
yeah. And at the end of his matches, they put a cigarette in his
Yeah,
mouth,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can't think of a worse thing for singing or boxing and
Yeah,
then
for
smoking
cardio.
a lot. Yeah,
But if your cardio is off the chain and you smoke,
that's what. Yeah,
it's
that's
not that bad.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so I remember when he first came out and I saw the smoking thing. I wasn't a boxing fan,
Yeah.
but the announcer goes, his main claim to fame is he's known for punching out a horse one time.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And he's smoking. I was like, that guy's pretty cool.
It is pretty gang. Like, it's not cool, but if I'm fighting a guy that's known for knocking out a horse, I'm worried.
Yeah, it's,
You know,
I keep
because I
it-
feel like a horse has got a better jaw than me.
it's like a goddamn dinosaur.
Eh. Did Arnold Schwarzenegger really knock out a camel?
I don't know. In Conan the Destroyer, but I don't
Remember he punched the camel? People said that was like, he improv that.
know.
I think he might have.
Man, come on, I believe stuff on
They
TikTok.
said he improved punching the animal on set.
Yeah, it's like, that'd be funny if I knocked this camel out and then he dropped him.
Unfortunately not.
Damn it.
Yeah, you can't just
Way
do
to ruin it,
that.
McCone. Man, you're really bumming me out today, McCone. If you notice.
Because you're allowed to beat up a human being on a set before you could do that to an animal.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not like Disney in the 30s.
But it was the 80s. You could punch a camel in the 80s.
Yeah, they filmed in
yeah.
Mexico.
Right. Yeah.
No
In
rules.
fact, if we go to World War III, it might be okay again pretty soon.
Right. Yeah. I got like cases of liquid death in the garage. So if World War III does start, I will live for like a month.
Because you have enough water.
And I have guns.
The irony of it says liquid death on it.
Right.
That's got to be to trick your junky brain, right? To be like, oh, this is like, because it looks like a beer can.
Yeah, which is cool because it's as close as I can get now.
It's like but it adds a lot of ritual. The ritual's a lot too, not just the buzz.
It's actually good water too.
Yeah,
Like, how's the smart water and all those things are bad water?
they are.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the water they put in there is like jank because it's like all.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, I
done-
think vitamin water is like Coke, right? So it's the same filtered water they
Wait,
put
so
got
in.
more sugar in it
you
than
said
Coke.
smart water.
Yeah.
If smart water is just water, that's not good.
No.
But I'm saying because I thought that the water before they add whatever to make it vitamin water is just it's not natural spring water from the mountains of
Vitamin
Fiji.
water is the fruity shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
50
But like
cents.
the water part of it, that's 99% of it, is the same filtered tap water that they put in
Yeah,
Dasani.
by the way,
and-
they're all
bullshit.
selling
Yeah.
you water that actually technically should belong to you by virtue of living here,
That's
and
fair.
somebody bought it a long time ago, and it's unbelievable. If you
Yeah.
look into it, I
Yeah.
don't even recommend it.
I'm old. I remember when I was a kid, there was water. You got it out
Yeah.
of the tap, and it was totally okay.
That's why I mainly stick to Magic
Hell yeah!
Mimes.
Let's get pumped.
Fire it up, Kurt. Here you go.
What
Have
is
you had
this?
one of these?
No, what is it?
This stuff
That's,
gets you. This stuff gets you fired
It's a
up.
Magic Mind. There's only one thing probably on Earth that Joe Rogan and the Kardashians can agree on,
Yeah.
and it's this tasty little puppy right here.
Magic
Vial
Mind,
of-
bruh.
It's not bad at all.
And it gets you. It gets your brain working.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I don't mind that one bit.
Me neither. I
Well-
drink them before the show, especially if I'm flustered because I do a lot of stuff sometimes, and I'm old and I don't sleep.
That one's on us, Kurt, but we can get you a deal if you want more of those.
Yeah. What am I hooked
Give
now?
him the deal,
I like that a lot.
right?
Right? It's got those. It's like sweet.
It's a hint of passion fruit. That's
Exactly
that's
right.
That last bite that you get. There's
Well,
that-
we have a limited time offer you can use. It gets you up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off one-time purchases with code Ellis at checkout. You can claim that at magicmind.com/Ellis. Magicmind.com/Ellis. Find out why Forbes calls it Silicon Valley's new morning elixir.
My girlfriend is sober. She used to drink a lot. And
Yeah.
she has to get seltzer water, and she
Yeah.
has to get it like it has to be like harsh,
yeah,
bubbly. Like
I get it.
Yeah,
I'm a
right.
sober guy. I need like a thing that's different than just
Yeah.
water.
Does she brew? I make my own. You got to like fart it extra. The seltzer.
what you farted? You fart pure nitrogen into water is what you're telling me.
Whatever it is that you make the seltzer at home, you can put extra bubbles in when you do it yourself, and it farts a lot when you put it in, and then it's like,
Oh,
when you
I think you
drink
meant you farted into water. I swear to God, I thought you were saying that.
That's,
There's my
that
way
gets
off.
you
Yeah.
going.
This magic mind is not helping my mind like I thought.
anything to
hasn't kicked in
maintain my
yet.
sobriety.
It ain't helping me hear no better.
Obviously, it hasn't kicked in yet. Give it a second.
Okay.
It's gonna work any minute now, and you're gonna realize that was a really stupid thing to say.
Yeah. Well, now I just like a nice claw.
Yeah, I noticed you're digging
And a lot
pretty
of
deep
weed.
into that.
Or two or
like,
three.
Is that like something that helps you podcast?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't want to be like drunk.
And White Claw does
This is
just
the most pussy ass.
is it?
But I like it's alcohol. Like I get a buzz from, it, but it's
Yeah.
not like. First of all, I've never liked alcohol.
Is
I
it
just
stronger
wanna-
than a beer?
No, I don't think so.
What is it?
Is it weaker?
It's 5%.
That's stronger than a beer,
Is it?
unless you're in Australia.
That's a Bud.
It's a bud.
I called Bud one time, unless they changed their percentages from the early 2000s. Like a Bud Light's like 4.2, a Bud's about 5.5.
I think they're all just vodka in a way. I think
Yeah.
it's legally it gets classified as vodka at a certain level. I didn't of alcohol,
Oh yeah.
but anyway, when I did Coke, this would be a good. This is like vodka sodas. That's what we did. Because
Right.
when I did a lot of Coke, dude, I got fat, like real fat.
That's confusing.
No, it's because I'm drinking so. It's not Coke I was hooked on. I was hooked on that mixed with alcohol. Coke ethylene.
Oh, the alcohol made you fat, but you had to. Yeah.
I drink like vodka soda, but you drink like 10 or 12 of
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like crazy. The
in
calories.
my Coke era, I had I would do tons of Coke, too much Coke. That's my favorite amount, and then I would have to drink enough to even it out.
Yeah.
So that I wasn't like.
You swallow the spider to catch a fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that made me fat too, actually.
Yeah, I knew a heroin addict, and his girlfriend, she was French, and she made him switch to Diet Coke and Jack's.
Diet
she
Coke
was-
makes you fatter.
Well,
First of all, that shit is so gross because I remember I used to drink Red Bulls a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like shitty.
Those are good for you.
Best thing for you.
Yeah, it's Red Bull because
It's like
it's got bull's balls in it.
Dude, the amount of sugar. I guess the one in Thailand isn't as sweet or something.
Oh yeah.
So it's not as bad, but
How come Thailand gets a healthy one?
because here they put fucking fructose and everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Well,
that.
they had it first. We ripped it off of them.
Yeah, so
Wait, Thailand made Red Bull?
yeah, that's theirs.
I thought Scandinavian people made Red Bull.
No, they
they stole it.
Well, they made Red Bull, but the one that we have.
Oh.
So the
they
story
got it from Thailand.
supposedly is like a bunch of Thai guys came over and were driving taxis in Europe, and the word just kind of got out that this is how these guys were doing like 22-hour shifts.
Oh, wow.
So people wanted to try them, and they got a taste, and then somebody's like, we can take that recipe and make Red Bull.
What's the thing that everyone in
Taurine.
Thailand choose? Mainly prostitutes. Don't ask me how I know this.
Is it cot?
They got red mouths.
Oh, Beetlejuice or Beetle.
Don't say it one more time.
Beetle nut.
Yeah, that was close, right?
Yeah.
We almost showed up, dude.
Not Beetlejuice.
We almost got another guest.
Damn.
Yeah, because one time
Beetle nut.
I may or may not. I got a massage from a lady. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a red mouth. And I was like, what is up with that? And then I got a massage from another lady, and she had a red mouth. And then I got another lady to come over to our hotel room and give us both massages, and she had a red mouth. And I'm like, what's going on with this red mouth thing?
What was it?
I didn't ask because I was trying to
it's
get.
Beetle nut.
I got weed off them, and they gave me weed, and it wasn't. It had. They were like little like ice. They were like little sugar blocks of green and it had red shoelace string in it. And I was like, is that because you know how sometimes weed has like red marks in it? I was like, what is that? And then I pulled it, and I was like, oh no, that is red string. That is not.
They made fake weed nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was so desperate, I smoked it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because I was in Thailand and there was no weed, and the red mouth lady gave me these little blocks, and I was like, I've got to try it, you know, like it
She even
smells
offered
like.
some beetle nut.
No, she didn't offer betel nut, and I would have done it too. I would have got a red mouth. I was desperate. I was stinging.
I think it really fucks your fucking face up too from chewing it for a while.
Yeah, they weren't hot. Yeah, they were definitely not hot.
Hey, what's that thing eating your own face that you think you're eating?
Yeah, it reminded me of a crystal meth thing. You know when you do crystal meth so much that you get your teeth leave and, and your gums go
I've
in,
heard of it.
and you kind of start to be like you got a different.
Even if you because you don't have teeth though, or you do have
it's
teeth?
almost like even the people that do have teeth, it's like their jaw
It's like they
goes.
don't-
They get a real thing like this going. I'm like, she's got no teeth, and then she'll smile. And I'm like, oh no, there's teeth. It's just.
It's like your face is trying to shit your teeth
It's
out.
like like it eats your jaw almost. I think.
Well, it's probably just like twitching from.
Yeah, it might be all doing this stuff.
I never have done meth.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
I've
I've done meth a bunch of times.
I've definitely done like
This episode is
Ritalin, and I've done
flagged.
Flintstones meth, right? The children's prescriptions of meth that they give
oh,
to
like
adults.
Adderall or whatever.
But I've never done actual meth.
Oh,
and
you
I-
must.
Well, I don't want to.
It's too late now. You would have a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Whenever I hear
yeah.
about people doing that drug when they're older, I think you don't care at all. Because I just don't think that when you get to 45, 50,
Well,
that
that's-
your heart can
wait.
take it.
Well, usually it's really fit gay guys, ain't it? For chemsex, that's what the hell that is, right?
Yeah.
That who's that guy? Buck something.
Buck Angel?
No.
He's a
Ed
trans
Buck.
guy. You
Ed
might
Buck
hate
was knocking out black male prostitutes and then shooting them full of meth.
Wow.
Remember that?
Knocking them out with like
That
a punch?
story?
To make it look like they had OD'd?
He would drug them because he got off on. No, they wouldn't die necessarily. He just liked to shoot drug into them.
Yeah.
That they weren't ready for.
Yeah.
So some people died.
Yeah, I can see how that
There you
could
go,
happen.
Ed Buck. He was he was a big Democrat donor in L.A. And because that kind of speed shit. I remember on coke, like jerking off with a limp dick, like it makes you depraved.
Yeah.
But if you do enough, you're like depraved.
Yeah.
And whatever's in you, or you don't know until you do all that shit. What's in you?
Yeah, it'll make you
Yeah.
go. It'll make you be okay with things that you normally wouldn't be okay with for sure.
That's how Diddy does a freak off because he got that 2C.
Tootsie.
Yeah, that's that. You ever see that Vice thing where they got it's like pink cocaine.
Ooh.
It's cocaine mixed with like, I guess the one Diddy got was cocaine and ketamine and like ecstasy, but
That sounds cool.
It does.
I mean, it did.
it's very popular. But apparently, it makes you transcend distinguishing between holes. So you're like,
Yeah, I feel like that's a way. It's like if you do enough drugs, your inhibitions disappear, and it's not. It makes you.
Well, this
gay.
is okay.
It's,
This
you
beyond
don't care
that.
anymore. You
Right.
just want to get off.
but not that. Beyond.
It's
right.
like prison sex.
That's right. It's not. That's right. It's not. It's a power trip, and it's depraved. It isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't like
it doesn't
a
make
thing.
you gay. It makes you not care anymore as long as you get to have sex.
So that chick, Jaguar Wright, I've been for 3 years watching Gene Deal, okay, P. Diddy's bodyguard, his former bodyguard.
Okay.
All the help is telling on everybody now. So
Yes.
during pandemic, I just watched all these videos, and I was like, what the fuck?
Why didn't they tell on him earlier?
They've been talking about it for 3 years. The feds have probably been building a case.
Oh.
Did you see the male prostitute? And I remember this in 2018. There was a guy that went to shoot up one of Trump's hotels in Miami. The video is kind of funny because first he's barefoot. He's gonna wear like a wetsuit.
Yeah.
And he's putting a flag on the desk.
Yeah.
And then he puts on socks and he's running from the cops with socks on a marble floor.
Oh no, such a bad idea. And with a wetsuit on?
It was insane. He got shot 3 times in the leg. And then so
got lucky.
they're interviewing him.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like, I just wanted to warn Trump they're coming after him. And he said all this shit. He goes, P. Diddy, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, they're gay, okay? They're gay.
Yeah.
They're in the boule.
Well,
which
because
is the-
TJ Khaled says he doesn't lick cookies, so that's gay. Hey everybody, this show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Online therapy. Very easy to achieve. And sometimes being like level-headed, happy for no reason is not an easy thing to achieve. I myself struggle exponentially. That is a big word for me. If that had been written somewhere, I would have just said, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, I'm definitely getting smarter because I think that my brain is becoming calmer because I talk, I discuss, I share my feelings. And, I'm a big, strong, tough guy. Definitely was raised to not talk to a therapist because that would make you weak, is what I was told. Not directly, but, pushed that way. And once I started using therapy, life did get better. And I have always recommended it, I think at least for the last 2 decades. So if you're interested in doing that, I highly recommend using BetterHelp because we're also very busy and going to a therapist, driving around and all that stuff is not easy. And this is a place where you can do it online and you can find a therapist. If you don't like that particular therapist, you can find another one, all at BetterHelp. So, I'm probably not supposed to say this, but worst case scenario, nothing. Best case, you get help. You feel better about your life. You become a happier person. You're a happier person around your friends and family. So it's pretty important. Visit betterhelp.com/Ellis today and get 10% off your first month. That's a good deal. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Ellis.
Dude, you ever go to England?
Yeah.
Okay, I did all these shows that were mostly Jamaicans one time. It was like a black comedy tour England. So it'll be like Somalis like the lowest caste, then Jamaicans middle, then like Nigerians like the top, right? It's not like black here. It's different. But they Jamaican dudes, and they weren't like from Jamaica. They were like second generation, but they're all like, you really eat pussy? Like it was this big thing. Not eating pussy is like gay to them.
What?
Well, but I found out later that they do that, but they have to say, like, they have a down low of eating pussy.
Wow. You're ashamed of it.
That's the old fucking Italians say that shit too.
I'm proud of it. But that probably makes me gay.
It makes you really gay. That's gayer than if you were doing gay shit.
Oh, well then good.
Eating pussy?
Well, then I'm still gay.
Their filthy front asshole, I call it. That's because I support trans, though, not any other reason.
Yeah. Wow.
You mentioned a certain brand of trans on your 30-minute special.
Trans Am?
That was my first car in
Oh,
America.
Transabled.
Yeah.
That's an old, like, wacky news story that people just now started seeing.
It just happened again.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
Some guy successfully lobbied his doctor to remove his fingers.
They'll do any... Look, Look at Michael Jackson's face.
For better fisting.
for not to get the whole
I
hand in
think,
there.
Fisting is the fingers really get in the way.
But I think it could be whatever he wants. I think the future's really bright for this guy now that he's got no.
Maybe it's time to turn somebody into a walrus. You ever see Tusk? That movie was badass until he became a walrus. Then it kind of became boring. But the start where the guy,
That was a metaphor for bottom surgery.
I mean, being a walrus would be cool.
No, it would not.
Why not?
From going from a man to walrus.
Yeah, like if you didn't.
Do you know how much they rape each other, by the way? A lot.
Walruses do?
Yeah.
They have bat penises.
What do you mean?
They have their penis is like a wooden bat. Well, no, it's a
Oh,
bow
baseball
I thought
bat.
you meant like a
You're like,
flying bat, like
yeah.
their penis has wings.
No, not the flapping one. The hit it out of the park. Look at those things.
That's it's dick bone. Yeah,
You do not want to get forcibly penetrated by that.
Well, guess
No.
what? That happens to the younger male walruses. And again, it's not because they're gay. It's because they're on that Tusi. No,
Right. Tussies in
they're
the
on
water.
pink cocaine.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like it's like giving up at the end, you know, because I've always got to do something. I got to figure out how to master something. I sometimes fantasize about
beating?
this day of just, screw it, man. I'm a walrus, you know, or like,
You just want to master being a walrus.
or just a thing where it's like, just give me the fish and leave me alone.
Yeah, you never meet a really driven walrus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just not in their nature.
Like if I get the jab and it makes me a robot,
Yeah.
I kind of want to be a robot. Like if
Well,
you
a lot
just
of people say that.
if you're just like, I go to work, I eat sandwich, like that's it, then I don't worry about anything anymore because I know I'm getting a sandwich and I know I'm going to work.
The problem isn't being lazy. The problem is being lazy and not wanting to be lazy. If you want to be lazy, then you're set.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to be lazy, Michael.
Right. I read about a guy,
I'm
and
lazy.
I'm not saying
No,
this
you're
is
not.
Yeah.
You have a special and then you have another hour.
That's not work. That's like
Oh, fuck you.
That's the bare minimum you should do it. Is to make jokes. Like,
Is it
that's
really,
not-
could you write another special like tonight?
not that would be ready to go. Like I now I could write a big chunk of shit tonight, but then it would have. That's only one part of it. And you got to work it out on stage because
Right.
some of it, once you're doing it, ain't gonna work or will work better.
How much time would you need to go on stage to have it ready?
For my own,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I don't
6
know.
months?
The reason I made that half hour is because I went past the amount of time where I was like, oh, now it's going to be stale, so I got to put it out. I just put out something. But I have the hour I'm working on now, it never feels like, it always feels like I could use some more time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the jokes from the half hour, I have better versions of them now that they're not going to be in the hour because,
You've made them better already.
well, just from doing it.
Yeah.
When you,
Yeah, I understand that, believe it or not.
if you got to do, so wait, are you on the road like headlining?
No, but I am now. Like, as in,
So how- you doing
my
hours?
last show, they were like, "You're too good to be the guy before. You need to be a headliner."
Who
I
were
was
you
like,
before?
TJ Miller.
And so wait, who told? And TJ
The
said,
club said they want me to come back and headline at all their clubs. So now, in a month, I will now be a headliner, which I don't think that I'm ready for, but
well, who
they're all
cares?
saying
Oh,
that.
look, just go suck at it. When I started headlining,
Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that.
when I started headlining, I had these writing jobs, so I didn't go on the road like I should have. So I had to jump from feature because then if you have to be that good to be too good to feature for some people.
Yeah.
But
caught
I
that.
wasn't ready to do. I wasn't ready to do. Well, I mean, I was ready to do an hour as the headliner. Everything's on, like. The thing where like, oh, you're better than the headliner. I used to get that all the time. And by the way, I wasn't better most of the time.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
I feel like uncomfortable. You know, I remember being like with Patrice or like Attell or something. And I'm like, and whatever. People say that's the great part of being a feature is you have nothing really on your shoulders besides not completely fucking up.
Right. Don't bomb and you're fine.
And just if you're pretty good and the headliner's got to sustain an hour, they might like you better than the headliner, even if you think the headliner's better yourself.
Yeah.
So whatever, that's the benefit of it. So then it jumps where it's all on you. So then that's why people are saying I don't want somebody too good to feature for me.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Attell, I think to me is like my model of that because he'll throw away a joke. There won't be a joke dispute. He'll throw away a joke. You're like, don't throw that away. I don't have that joke, but he'll just throw it away.
I just did a weekend with him. That
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
everything for me.
Yeah, and he's like, so
He is fucking awesome.
he doesn't give a like he doesn't
Yeah, I
go,
know why he doesn't give a shit, because he's fucking awesome, and he wouldn't sweat anybody going up before him. And that's
Well-
the same as you. You don't care about anybody featuring before you because you're a fucking monster.
Well, no, sometimes I care, but I'm not gonna go complain about it. I'm gonna
Right.
make
It's
up
the
my own
game.
feelings inside about it. But I will. It feels like weak to do that to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be like weak at it, and if I'm the worst one, I also don't. It's like funny. It's just you gotta not have any ego about it.
Yeah.
I understand though. I opened up for Louis one time, and he was like, he wanted me to just limit how much I said fuck, which I do say a lot for no reason that adds nothing.
Right. Yep.
Because I'm trash,
Yeah.
and it's just because that wears out the word. Because he's very precise where he would put it in his
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
But whatever. I like. Really, if you're hosting or I remember hosting for people, I'd be like, feel like I was too good to like, this merch is for sale, like for the headliner.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm gonna do it. But of course I should do that. I'm the goddamn host. My whole job is to make it good for the headliner.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yep.
So, but I had like a shitty attitude. I remember I'm not a good host at all. Also, on top of that,
Yeah.
but
Seems like some people that are good at hosting and not shitting on anybody are not good at being a headliner. Like having
well,
a
it's
hosting
a completely
ability.
separate skill.
Yeah.
You might be good at all of it, but that's enough of a skill to pick up where you could be like not that great at comp, but you're a genius host.
Yep.
Some people do it all, like I said, but it's not nothing. And a lot of clubs would do a thing where it would be the least paid spot, and you get some new person to host, and it's
Yeah.
not. That's a very experienced person spot,
Agreed.
and
It makes a big difference, I think.
it's like crowd warm up, and it's not like a pure crowd warm up, but that's part of it. It's a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
That's why Stellar always had like. I used to love when fucking Artie Fuqua would host because he'd go up, it's all high energy. He would say dumb shit. They loved him though, and then if you wanted to make fun of him, he'd stand there so you could make fun of him. It's just nothing but good fucking energy to the crowd
Yeah.
for your benefit.
Yep.
That's like great, you
Yeah.
know.
Getting people
yeah.
pumped and laughing before you come up is
Yeah,
really
it's fantastic.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
You can tell when somebody's like hosting, they're trying to like hog it for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "Why are you hosting then?
It does make sense that there's a lot of egos in the game, you know? I mean, it's a weird thing to want to
You're
be
a
into in
fucking
the first
clown
place.
for a living, so drop it." But wait, hold on. I will say it's not even ego. Myself, I really would get a bug up my ass when somebody would like. For anybody, it's an open micer or whatever. Like people, hey, what did you do before you were doing comedy? Like skating or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So, but I'm watching. What's the fucking guy? Some dude did a rap of like, "You'll never be a comic." It was a bunch of people. He had a picture of you. He had a picture of some girl.
Wait,
I don't know.
I'm in it?
Yeah, it's not a comic that made it. It's a guy who's a rapper, and I was like, first of all, like, what do you mean? If you sell any tickets, by the way,
Yeah.
and you're on stage, being a comic is not like a prestigious position. If you do it, okay, and you make money doing it, I got great news. You're a comic.
Yeah.
Do you mean you'll never be a good comic? That might be a thing you're trying to say, but even that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because maybe you would be a good comic. But
Yeah.
you'll never be a comic means people that fucking low rent in their head.
Yeah.
And the guy's like a good rapper too, by the way.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking. I follow him on Twitter. He hates
He's
everybody.
But he's yes,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
I think he made us rap for like
He
my
gave
old
me a
podcast.
shout out?
I just saw your picture on the thing and I was listening to it, but
That's nice of him.
well, whatever. But the
Didn't he
fundamental.
lose a fight to like this weird little frail intern?
I mean, first of all, who gives a shit? The guy's not a comic himself. I don't think. I think he's a rapper.
Yeah.
But whatever. The point is,
I follow him on Twitter. He attacks everybody for everything.
if somebody goes to me, you'll never be a comic. Like the very idea that would be like you're officially a comic.
Yeah, yeah.
And not it is so like, dude, your whole horizons are wrong to think of it that way.
Yeah, right.
This is for losers.
Yeah.
So if somebody like that got really good at it is the ultimate loser. Really, a failure in comedy means you still do stand up. You have to do it. Not you don't do it because you want to for your ego once a year. You have to do it. I have to do it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and I like it. It's my favorite part. But that means I'm a failure. I'm a failed. A successful stand up is doing movies and TV.
You really think so?
That's what it. No, that's not how I feel. It's called the industry how it's always been.
Oh, okay. Right.
Okay, that's the business of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
There's always been the assumption that a stand-up comic is looking to
Dude,
graduate.
people
out
don't
of it.
even make a. This is why it's dumb to go like about any like what's the dude? You know, Rogan's friend that has like kind of a pointy head. that everybody would trash him. I watch these channels. Oh, Brandon, the guy who was a fighter.
Oh, Brendan Sharp.
Now, I don't have any feelings about him, good or bad. I don't know him really.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if he sells tickets
Yeah.
and people want to see it. That doesn't hurt me in any way. But there's an industry of what are you taking a spot another comic could have taken?
Yeah, that's not the case, right?
That's, if you think that way, you fucking don't. And that's like, I got friends, it's like real 6-7 year comic thinking of when
That's
you get in
what
the
it is.
mode of thinking, it ain't like that. Dude, first of all, it was never like that. The whole thing's been bullshit the whole time. But now you don't need to worry about what anybody else is doing. If we should be taking it like, if you don't like him, you should be like, oh, if he could do that, I could do it, and not bear him any ill will that he does it.
Yeah.
But when I started, and you couldn't make your own thing. Like when I started, you were like work for Viacom or something, or you were hoping to get signed to a deal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now that shit, who gives a shit about that? Why would you give a shit about any of that? You could do so much better just like this. Blowing smoke in my face in the beginning that could be a show.
It is.
Yeah, like it way better than any stand-up show money-wise or whatever. So
Yeah.
I only like it for the thing itself. I don't care about any of that other bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
And my identity is not. That's what that is. It's like you'll never have the identity of. It's like telling you you'll never be a woman. You're like a trans comic. You're not a real comic. There's no such thing. All comics are trans comics.
No.
They didn't start at,
Yeah, I always thought that because people would say that they would put me in the same boat as
But
Brendan Sharp.
that's
and I was
good. They
like-
should say that.
I'm
Look,
like, what? Because he had another career before he did this career? I'm like, whatever you want to do, go do it. I
look,
don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
if you want to be a stand-up comic, fuck you. You should have
That's
people
it.
say that. No, nobody's welcoming anybody to this unless they're planning to like take them to flavor camp at a Diddy party.
Right.
Okay, if you
I
feel
missed the boat.
welcome, you're about to get fucking diddied hard like
Yeah.
Bieber did.
Yeah, I don't.
You're about to go to the hospital with torn anus like your usher.
Right, which I missed that boat, so I'm okay.
Yeah, no, now I'm old now. Nobody can.
Yeah, no one's trying to take me to the party.
I'm filled with hemorrhoids.
I'd be
I
so
wouldn't do
lame.
it.
Me too, man. My ass keeps bleeding lately. I think I'm gonna die from something in my anus.
It's red blood is.
And I don't
Okay.
use my anus anymore, which is like even more depressing because I'm like, that's something else. You know?
Do you think you might have ass CTE, where now you're paying for the effects of
I
previous?
hit my head so much my ass is bleeding?
No, where you used your ass.
That's fucking cool.
This guy puts his heart into it.
Man, if the doctor told me that's what it was, I'd be proud.
Dude, you literally hit your head so hard into another man, the force shot out your asshole.
It could be. I believe anything. I believe everything on TikTok. So if a doctor told me that, I'd be like, well, it makes sense, man.
You mean like ATE?
Yeah.
Anal trauma is.
Well, what I'm saying is you're paying now for your previous ass sins.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Well, that's the
that
thing-
happens
that-
every time I eat a burrito.
So you don't get CTE. You don't like walk out of the ring not being able to remember your name.
It comes later.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes people walk out not remembering shit, right?
Yeah, it's happened to me.
People get scrambled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
bunch of
scramble you
times.
up good.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a doctor when it comes to brain injuries. Like being knocked out, I can tell how bad of a concussion it is by the way I feel the next day or that night. I'm like, oh, this is a bad one. I cry in the shower for a week. I'm like, that one definitely did some damage.
So wait, hold on. That you get a concussion, it can make you it could fuck you up emotionally from the head injury.
yeah.
Wow.
I've been knocked out on a dirt bike where real good. Like I was out for
You fought a dirt bike? No.
yeah, and it won. Yeah, but every time I had a shower for a week, or if it rained and I went outside, I would cry. But it was this weird cry where I wasn't sad. I was just like tears would start coming out of my face, and I'm like, why am I crying? And then when I had a shower and I started crying in the shower, I was like, oh shit, it's from
you got hit
being
in the
knocked
head.
out. Yeah.
That happened to me one time when I was in high school. Where I'm like, why am I crying? I'm not sad. And it was because I didn't get enough. I had to wake up super early, and I guess I wasn't used to how little sleep I got.
Yeah, because lack of sleep, I feel
And
like
I was just involuntarily crying about nothing. I wasn't upset. I'm like, what is happening?
I think it's tied in like concussion. If you go to sleep after you've had a concussion, you're not getting the rest that you usually are getting because it's trying to fix your brain.
Oh, that's why you're not supposed to sleep?
Right, if you definitely right after you're not supposed to. Like right when you wake up, no, don't let that person go back to sleep.
Why?
But after about 6 hours, I don't know. Fucking doctor says
Oh.
it. But after about
Because they might not wake up.
that's apparently they stay asleep and they can go into a coma and then die.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
My daughter did that one time.
What?
She fell.
Went into a coma?
No, she fell, and she usually never wants to go to bed. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I'm fine. I'm just super tired. I'm just gonna go to bed." And I'm like, "No."
How old is she?
Oh, she was like
Like a little
3.
person.
How did she hit her head?
It's complicated. We were back east, and the kids had never really seen snow. And she was walking on this little elevated section in front of my parents' house and didn't realize there was a dip because the snow.
Oh,
Yeah,
hit her head.
And she fell. And kids are like way. First of all, they don't really have the reach to get their hands in front of their
Yeah,
face.
right.
But more critically, they don't have that instinct either.
Yeah.
So they just
Well, she has it now, I bet.
no. You would think you would really think they just face plant. They take it hard. And then she's like, "No, I'm okay. I just want to go to bed." And I'm like, "You never want to go to bed."
But a 3-year-old being calm about that, I would be frightened out of my
Dude,
mind.
her mom was in LA, and I'm like, "I think she's okay." She just keeps saying she wants to go to sleep.
That's bad.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
all the urgent cares were closed.
I'm
I was
super worried.
No,
That's
it was
terrifying.
stressful. No, we
Yeah.
pulled through. We pulled through.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Good thing you're like spongy at that point.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. You know, the
I know my
long
old
term
bones can't be
ramifications.
taking it.
If she stays 3 when she's like 16, that one did it.
Never grew out a rainbow bright.
Yeah, so
She
hitting your
just
head is
stayed
bad.
sleepy the whole time.
Yeah, I got knocked out 3 times last month in a period of a month.
Is that not good for you?
No, but I feel like it depends on who you are. This is stupid for sure. I just want to say that before I say this next thing. I've got a thick head, and I think
it probably does matter.
And I think I was built to like take a few more shots than the average
Because you
bear.
look like this is your. What is this part called? It looks like it's close to your neck. Like it's.
No, it's just because I'm jacked.
Well, whatever. As long as you got a Chuck Liddell amount of meat there, you know?
It's because I used to have baby shoulders. People used to call me baby shoulders in the gym, at the boxing gym, and then because I retired from fighting, I started lifting weights, and now I don't have baby shoulders. So suck a butt, that gym. But yeah, I hit my head a lot, and because you're older, so I retired from fighting because Andrew Huberman.
Yeah.
He told me with Tony Hawk, they both were like, "Hey man, like you should stop fighting because of how many punches to the face you get." And the knockouts I've had from motocross and from skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Andrew Huberman is somebody who I believe is very intelligent when it comes to your brain.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and
hey,
he
man.
crushes pussy.
Yeah.
I read the New York Times. The guy's awesome. Wow, I gotta get his book.
I'm not supposed to laugh.
I couldn't believe they wrote an article. I'm like, why are you telling me any of this? Did he fuck you, you moron? Like, why are you? What is this?
He's pretty hot. I
If
get
it's
it.
not a crime and it's like he fucks a lot of girls and I don't care.
Yeah, I was wondering for when I saw the thing where he's in trouble. I was like, what did he do? And I'm like, wait, he sleeps with people? Like he's single, right? That's okay.
Isn't it also probably
He
not
might have cheated
true?
on someone too.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's not my business.
He still knows stuff about your brain.
Sounds like he even okay.
He's a nice guy, man. He helped me get off kratom and I don't know.
Okay, remember-
he was nice to me. That's all I know.
Do you remember when Bill Cosby and they were like mad at just because he made his mistakes.
Whoa, dude. Okay.
Wait,
I'm,
hold on,
I'm
let
gonna
me finish.
I'm down with Huberman, but easy.
No, here's what I'm saying. And they were like, and admittedly, not cool what he did.
Okay, good.
But they took that when he was saying pull your pants up back when that was the style to not pull your pants up. Bill Cosby was saying like young black man.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that guy got away with sexualizing white women for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, back when it was not that cool to do that. Okay,
Wait, it's cool now?
defund the police. And go to New York now, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Wait, everybody's people?
It's only a matter of time. They're creating Batman conditions there. I promise you, dude. It
Really?
is getting wild. And my friends, the more successful they are, the more they don't know shit. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. The point is, Bill Cosby got away with that for how long?
A long time.
Yeah, so I think he has a thing or two to teach young black men about not getting shot.
Wow.
There's that angle.
I mean,
That wasn't where I didn't know where I thought you were going, but it
You
wasn't
got to
that.
hear me out. Look,
Do
I
we
should just call
really?
it "Hear Me Out." Yeah,
white clothes, man.
No.
I just dropped some mad claw knowledge on, on you. But what I'm saying is, Huberman's not bad like Cosby. I'm just saying
Wow, that's
I don't.
nice
I
of
don't. The stupid thing of going like if somebody's right, they're right. You see what I'm saying? Like being wrong about another thing don't make you wrong about like.
Yeah. It's just whether you want to like him or not.
That's what America's about. That's
all
the
it
dumbest
is.
part of America. Is you're supposed to fucking. Dude, when I did whose podcast was I doing with it? It was like the 2020 election. They're like, well, who do you like? For the. And I was like, oh, I like them all. I heard they're nice.
Who said that? You did?
I said that because I'm like, who gives a shit who I like?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Nothing's going to change.
You're not supposed to look at what people do. You're supposed to get hung up on marketing language.
Yep.
Okay, which is what people do. And if anybody that I've offended by saying something about marketing language, fuck you.
Yeah.
Pull your head out of
Wow, that's not going to get bleeped.
your bonus hole. Pardon me.
Yeah, who would
See
you
what you did
rather,
there.
if you were going to work for a company where you had like profit sharing, would you rather work for a really nice CEO who wasn't great at their job or work for somebody who's an amazing CEO?
Well, I
Michael,
don't even know what a
seriously?
CEO does. So,
What about
think
Bernie Sanders? He's cool, right?
he's a fucking twat. You don't know about him?
I don't.
Okay.
I
Bernie Sanders was a fake.
I like daisies. Like I like when the flower opens and the sun comes out.
What does that have to
And
do with Bernie Sanders?
I'm just saying that's my priority.
So that's a guy that a bunch of people invested their hopes and dreams in, and he was a phony.
He's a phony?
Yes.
I thought he was trying to help us.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he's on TV.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people did. Jimmy Dore, I'm on his show, sidekicking with him. He was a guy who believed in Bernie. All them Bernie people got real disillusioned. 'Cause
So
Bernie
Bernie's
was-
a bad guy too.
It's not a, no, it's
If
not.
Bernie had became the president, would he still?
He wouldn't have done.
Nothing would have changed.
He would be as worthless as every other one of these fake ass progressives.
Oh,
AOC
Wait, if you had to boil it down to a bullet point, what's the major knock on Bernie that the word isn't
have
necessarily
you not
out?
been following his
No,
career?
I really haven't.
Oh, okay. So he could have won in 2016 had he not gotten fucked at the primary.
Yes, I knew that,
He would have beaten Trump. Back then.
Some
not
say.
now.
Well, who
Not
fucked
now.
him at the primary?
Why, the fucking DNC under the control of Hillary and Bill. The Clintons run everything.
Right.
Yeah,
now.
they all looked at it and they said
It's in her emails.
it's less about who deserves to win, who won the vote on the Democratic side. It's more about we need somebody who we think can beat Trump.
And- okay.
and however they arrived at this decision, which we don't need
I'll tell
to
you right
legislate
now. I'm
right
gonna
now,
tell you,
we
you don't-
think the
it's-
smarter
you don't have to
bet.
legislate shit.
We
it's,
think the
it's
smarter
in her emails. It's in her emails. Did you read it? Nobody. Okay. It's called the Pied Piper strategy. This is from her emails that you weren't supposed to read because it's
I
like,
know who the Pied Piper is.
okay.
Hell of a guy.
I'm here.
So you're familiar with this story. So the idea was Hillary was not popular. The only people thought she would be good are people like on the coast or in cities, the kind of girls that I worked with on things that froze their fucking eggs to get pregnant later.
Right.
You know,
Makes me sick.
Those
it is
bitches
sickening. It
disgust
is
me.
absolutely sickening. So the kind of ambitious, like you got to do, like, oh, we need more women psychopaths, like that kind of feminism that has led to like all kinds of nonsense, where it's all about being an Oprah, my truth woman. That's your career and all that bullshit. They really admired Hillary's like what's despicable about her. Okay. So how do we get her elected when everybody else sees through this bitch and they don't like her? Well, we got someone worse than this is like wrestling, heel versus babyface, right?
Yeah.
So Hillary, who was the appeal of her was a heel. I know Republicans hate her, so I like her, right? That was okay. So Trump, they bring him in to heel for Hillary as the babyface
To get her over.
to get her over. Well, guess what? Trump didn't get her over, and they never expected for him to fucking. They wanted him to run. The Clintons kind of, I think, even talked to him beforehand to get him to run because he's the perfect guy. Like the producers, we're gonna see the producer like we're gonna make a Springtime for Hitler thing, and everybody will hate it, but then
Yes.
it's very popular.
Guaranteed to fail, and yet.
That's what that was. So basically, what it is gain of function. Everything is always gain of function.
So is RFK to just make people vote for Trump when he disappears? Like he's the setup for that?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. There's no email about that one.
No, that guy's a genuine guy.
Oh, he's a good guy?
Yeah, why? What'd you think he was? But look, don't think of it in
he's-
terms of good guys because that's really
He's
Probably
not a
the
guy that
problem.
okay, he's a guy that if he was to become president, nothing would change again though, right?
they would kill him. They would kill him. That dude will dismantle. Yeah, and he'll do everything except he's like hardcore Zionist, where it's like, was he programmed? I don't know, but everything else, he's talking about the environment, big pharma. He knows what he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
So when you watch these assholes normally talk, this is why I always liked him.
Yeah.
They always talk like they're being a lawyer for the pieces of shit that didn't do the thing they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm with her. You're supposed to be with Hillary, not her with you. She serves you, but you're supposed to be with her because a woman. He talks to you like you're a lawyer. So if you were like, hey, I got injured by this medication, he would tell you all the dirty shit about the medication because he cares about you. That's how he talks. Okay? But if you're a certain kind of well-to-do person, you deep down, you don't have to be told. You sense you're supposed to go with a certain entity if you want to succeed or not.
Yeah.
You might be told, but probably you just instinctively will go in the direction of being a cow. A lot of people I came up with did that. And when I see them now, they don't know. They know less than you do. And you said you don't read shit.
Yeah. I can't read.
Well, you know as much as Bill Maher. I got great news for you. You, Bill Maher, fucking Sam Harris.
I would
you
not
all know
smoke
the
weed
same
if
amount.
Steve-O asked me to do his show.
Huh?
I would not smoke weed if Steve-O asked me to do his show.
Well, that he hates Trump, but he is. I bet you Trump would not smoke weed if Steve.
That's cheating. He doesn't smoke weed.
That's true, but Trump would probably do that for Steve-O.
Right.
But it's all projection. So you're supposed to have a cult of personality around someone you like.
I love that song. Do you like Living Color?
Yeah.
I reckon they're
I saw
badass.
them live recently.
Don't say it. They were probably having a bad day.
I hope so.
Fuck you. Anyway.
Do they have wetsuits?
No, that's...
I don't think body glove manufactures in the size of
It's harder to wear a
2024
wetsuit
Corey
and
glove.
perform live when you're in your 50s.
Yeah, you want to talk about a
Dude,
walrus
Bruce,
man.
the guy from, was it Bruce Dickinson? Wait, what'd you say?
from Maiden. I said you want to talk about a walrus man, you got to see Living Color live in 2024.
Wait, which guy?
Corey,
Wait, the singer
singer.
used to wear...
I met him at Nevermind the Buzzcocks, my first job for Mark Maron.
Was he
on
cool?
VH1. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
All right, good, thank you. Vernon Reid, greatest guitarist that ever lived. Shut up, Michael.
No, he's great.
Okay.
Well, I don't know enough about music to say who's the best. I mean, I like that.
Well, then let me tell... No, go ahead. Let's talk about
Hey.
RFK. Do you think they'll kill him if he's president?
So you like
He's
him.
not gonna
So
be-
he won't be president.
So you like him.
If you're
Yeah,
telling
I
me that
like
he's
him.
gonna,
Okay.
if he's gonna fuck up Big Pharma, then there's no way he'll get the vote, right?
Big Pharma is
They'll
not just
stop
Big
him.
Pharma. You got to understand. Big Pharma, and also, so you know when they ask people what woke is and they can't define it, and so he's like,
Yeah, I saw that interview. Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok.
Here's how I define it. It's social corn syrup. It's overproduced and subsidized by the goddamn government, so it gets put into everything where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
High fructose corn syrup and wokeness, and it makes your kids fat and fucking stupid. So, it's all the military-industrial complex. The food, the drugs, everything is part of the goddamn military-industrial complex. I don't know why people talk bad about China or Russia. You live in fucking Soviet Union. Okay? Maybe you're doing well in it. People did well in the Soviet Union.
You mean in terms of the fact that you're receiving misinformation and you're pretending that you don't. We shit on them because they're
Oh,
being,
no. That I rate at below North Korea, because North Korea, and they're not good with misinformation.
Agreed.
Okay, but North Korea is amateurish and almost analog. You got a goddamn North Korea in your pocket at all times. They're just about to pass a bill to let them all. Now they're always spying on you, but it's to make it even more legal. And then what they're going to do in this new bill that passed bipartisan in the House is let's say we have some communication and they want to take your equipment and they go, and you need to spy on him and give the information to us, and you're not allowed to reveal that you did it. So you would forcibly have to be in on it with the people spying.
Yeah.
It's like when we made torture legal. Of course they torture. What do you think? We don't torture? But they made it legal. That's ghoulish. So now it's way worse than the amount of torture it was before.
I'm an Orwell guy, and you
Yeah.
always when you read 1984, you go, "That's terrifying."
Well, that's not how they took it. They took it as, this is a great idea.
But why? But to finish my
Why?
thought, but how would you ever end up in a world where people would agree? Like when that thing started to form and take on a life of its own, people would have
9/11?
rebelled. People would have rebelled against
9/11?
it. But it turns out you don't need to enforce it on people. People will opt in and pay good money to have spying devices.
I tell everybody what I'm doing.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
well, look, I was a chump that did that on Facebook for a while. Like, it's my diary. I don't care. I didn't understand that taking your data didn't just mean companies. It also meant, think of any fucking loser out there who is spurgy enough to go through every comment you ever made to try to get something on you,
Yeah.
to get ahead in some way. I didn't have a concept of that 10, 12 years ago.
Yes.
That became the way of the world, dude.
Yeah.
So that's not even the CIA or any shit. That's just some asshole on their own will do CIA shit to you. Never mind the actual fucking CIA, which if you say the wrong thing, they will do to you. You're just not talking about anything where they come at you.
Yeah, because I'm a nice guy. I like flowers.
Well, that won't protect you.
I don't have any beef with anybody.
Who are the people that the CIA is going after?
Their own country mostly. I mean,
Specific individuals, though, who's been ruined by...
Alex Jones.
Okay.
Alex Jones, straight up. You see they caught that guy undercover.
What guy?
Some CIA, I don't know if he's an analyst or what he is, but they caught a guy from Pfizer, James O'Keefe. James O'Keefe got kicked out of Project Veritas after the Pfizer one. Did you ever see the Pfizer one?
No. I'm just saying, like, ordinary people. Because
Whoever's saying the shit...
I'm noticing a growing disconnect between the world as it is, and everybody knows it online, and the world as, like, myself and actual human beings that I know are living
But where
it.
do you see in
when,
real life? Okay, never
when I
mind.
talk to my neighbors, I don't see all of this extremism. I don't see people who are extremely woke or extremely anti-woke, people who are in the bag for Trump or in the bag for Hillary. I meet people who are just like normal people.
Where do you live?
Here.
Oh, in this area.
Los
Or this
Angeles.
house we're in?
Yeah.
Dude,
Hey, man, times are tough.
okay.
I live in the shit.
In New York.
What
He
of
comes
it?
out to play when it's
in
go time.
New York,
Where I spend quite a bit of time.
I would say, like, I live in New York City for 20 years, and I would say the key of New York is not seeing shit that you don't want to see. That's how you survive in New York, is you just don't see shit.
You put the blinders on. It's always been like that.
It's like going to prison. You don't want to dry snitch or whatever, so you're like, I didn't see that. So that natural thing to just live there because everybody's stacked on top of each other.
Yes.
And a good part of it was every class level you'd hang out because everybody was doing coke and shit. So it was like real diversity everywhere you went in New York, okay? It'd be like an heiress. And then me and when I tell used to get fucked, he's sober now, but when he used to get fucked up, and then a Dominican with pajamas and cowboy boots.
Right.
And,
That's a party right there.
Well, just the subway trains. I don't know. I mean, LA doesn't have anything like that. Every
LA is
cross
still
section,
suburban
every
compared to
cross
that.
section of New York. Like,
Yeah.
yes, there's somebody who's rich enough that they can take a helicopter to Wall Street, but there's a lot of Wall Street guys that still
LA
take
was
the train.
zoned to be segregated
Yes, that's right.
originally. New York is like impossible. These are all prisons. So some prisons you live on top. Like here, it's heavy racial segregation in the prison. It's not like that in East Coast. It's just, a different thing. But in New York, you just purposely won't. I joke in my first hour about a guy who I was like, no one was even looking at him who was homeless. And I thought that was like wrong. Like there's a human there just stepping up. It's a real thing.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm going to look at that guy, give him eye contact. My dumb shit. I'm like, I'm going to give him eye contact like when I walk by,
Yeah.
And I got up there and his arm was moving. Okay. And, maybe he's jerking off. No, he was fisting his own asshole.
Whoa, that's
That's-
pretty cool.
That's why no one was
That's not easy to
looking
do.
at him.
No, but you don't need to be fit.
It didn't seem cool, and we full eye contact.
He gave you full eye contact.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's what he was waiting for. You just made that fisting.
That's
Yeah,
good.
and that's like my stupid fucking, like it's like going to prison. People I know, whatever your dumb illusions are going to get dispelled real quick, depending on how close you have to live to other people.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to not see things. Okay. And as a larger metaphor for just America, that's Dottie Sandusky, Jerry Sandusky's wife. Remember Sandusky, the guy from
Yeah.
Penn State? His wife thinks he's innocent to this day.
She's stupid.
That's America, is Dottie Sandusky. There's not a problem. Bill Maher right now doesn't see what the problem is or why anyone would be voting Trump. No, I'm not voting Trump. I don't believe in any of this shit, just so you know. If you do, I think you're a child. But if you do believe in it and you're voting, I don't care. Bill Maher don't. He's like, no, the economy's good. They're literally saying the economy's good to people who know it's not good. Eggs aren't supposed to be whatever, $14 or whatever the fuck. They're going, no, that's fine. You guys are wrong.
Eggs are very expensive.
All the shit's expensive.
Yeah, and we don't get paid that much.
It's true.
So my friends that have gotten suppressed, I mean, everybody from I know through Jimmy's channel gets suppressed, but he still has a lot of subscriptions.
Yeah. Wait, suppressed?
Yeah, algorithmically.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
No, yeah, like especially like episodes like this. Like this is not going to see the light of day.
But why would you even have to, dude? Why should you even have to think like that to have a normal discussion with somebody?
This might take me a year to bounce back from. I just realized.
Okay, do you think maybe? But do you think that's normal? That's Clearly, you live in fucking China already.
Yeah, I'm used to it now.
This is why I say to conservatives, they're like, oh, China. You live there, motherfucker. You didn't know that? They're both in on it. So your only hope now...
Gay porn. They're going to suppress that
could
too.
just clean yourself out with some gay porn.
Yeah.
You know? It's
There's
not
not that
going to
much money
like
in
it
it.
if you're not into it, but just look at it until you get it. No, the only hope now is because Trump only does like 95% of the fucked up shit that they want him to do instead of 100, that there's an element of chaos that maybe might break it up. Because just so you know, the whole thing's a fucking fake farce. I don't know how you think it's real.
What do you
I
mean?
don't know. Any of you think it's real?
Wait, why are you saying it to me?
Yeah. What do I think is real?
Yeah.
No, well, whoever's watching, I don't give a shit. But
Right. You're
I
accusing
don't know,
all these
4
other
claws.
people of being stupid.
Not stupid, childish. It's like wrestling. Remember when wrestling they revealed it's scripted, and the one guy's like, "It's
didn't-
real to me,
They
damn
didn't
it."
have to, but yeah.
No, he was smart, Vince McMahon, to do that. It opened it up for a lot of storylines.
Right.
Right.
ECW, when I used to go see ECW, and Sandman and Raven were beefing, and Raven kidnapped Sandman's son and took him to Japan
Wait, that was the thing that happened.
in ECW. And I remember seeing him live in Philly when we were at Art Institute. And I saw Raven and Sandman getting in the same van. I was like, you know what? I bet he didn't kidnap his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened in the 80s. We all lost our innocence. I forget. Like, Iron Sheik was like taking a taxi with like Paul Orndorff. And like, wait a second, those guys are beefing.
I did a
Why were
couple
they at a bar
benefit roasts
together?
for his knees. So he could get, I remember I was
Cheeky?
like, yeah, like, were we roasting him again? Like, it was knee operations he needed.
Yeah, he was a mess.
That's how low, that's why I say wrestling destroys your body worse than if you were a goddamn prostitute.
Nah.
Dude, if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
okay,
have
yeah.
you have to throw a roast to get your knees fixed. And that you don't have a goddamn
Yeah,
writer's
but that's
guild
because you partied.
in the ring.
No, you partied in and out. If you had saved your money, if you had done something smart with your money, you would have had money to get a knee surgery.
Well, let me tell you something. All the writing I did, and I'll probably never get a guild job again, but thank God I wouldn't have no health care. And it was because that the SAG sucks ass. But by the way, guild's about to be destroyed because as soon as DEI comes in, that's to break up unions. But wrestling, Jesse Ventura tried to start a union. Hulk Hogan ratted him out to Vince McMahon. And that's why they don't have one. And
No way.
Yeah.
It's the same as the UFC. Every time they try to do something that seems like the UFC just like wasn't there some big out at the court they settled and they gave him a bunch of money, which means no rules change.
I don't know enough about it, but I do know this. If you're smart and you run a thing, you just raise the money on your own without people going, hey, I don't have enough. And you probably don't have to pay him as much as you should pay him.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And if you fucking, if you're the dumb, but that's the thing, dude. It's almost thinking like a poor person and go like, well, why do you need to do what? Well, it's not about need. Like, hey, why do they need to have total control over my thoughts and words when the media is owned? There's only 6 companies. We have a fascist connection of government and media now completely. That's what fascism is. It's when the government combines with with corporations. That's what Mussolini said. So that's us. We're fascist. That's what public-private partnership is. Fascism.
When do you think you'll move to the forest and live off the land?
I'm going to move to Austin pretty soon and live near a friend of Bo Hunt's.
Wait, that's not the same.
I don't know. I'm going to get the hell out of California, though. That's for sure, yeah.
Austin's gonna be better than that?
Only because it's not California and I can hang out at that club.
Oh, okay. So you got.
I wouldn't
work.
move there if there wasn't Mothership there. I'll tell you that flat out. Even though I love Austin, I wouldn't have moved there if not Mothership.
Because you'll have a place to go and do your comedy
Well, like, I also like having a club I can hang at. Like,
with your friends.
yeah, like the Comedy Store, I like to hang. Like the Cellar was the one in New York I like to hang out at.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a club,
Yeah.
so it was like that aspect, and I really do like that. So Mothership, I could definitely do that. Shane's
Right.
down there, fucking
You got all your friends,
a bunch of friends. I never have all my friends there, but he lives at different spots. But
right? But they all visit all the time, so you're gonna see them anyway.
yeah, dude. So it's
But I'm
worth
talking
it.
about like when you're out of the club, getting food and stuff. You're still a part of the thing. Like you're gonna pay your
Yeah, how are you
your
going to
rent or your-
escape the fascist state ultimately? What's your exit strategy?
I don't have
Or
to
are you
escape the
going to?
fascist state. It's collapsing. That's why what do you think all the censorship's about? That's what the Soviet Union did before it collapsed.
Wait, do I need to? Should I not save?
What?
Like, do I need to? Would I want to buy a house? Or
I
forget
wouldn't
about that?
take financial advice from me.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm saying,
that's where
is
this
there
is going.
is
I
there a
wouldn't.
future? Is what I'm saying.
I don't fucking know why you're asking me. How old
Because
are
you
you?
get 50? I feel like you're
50?
You're
What do you
pretty
give a
dark.
shit?
So just rage.
What do you mean rage?
Like, just like whatever money I get, spend it on whatever.
Why not just live a balanced life and not be a punk to anyone and just that? And
I'm
that's
doing
a lot.
that.
Then you're good.
But am I going to have to fight people from like trying to get my liquid death out of the garage soon?
I bet you could take care of yourself.
Yeah. But do you think that's coming, or do you think I can still relax?
In LA, look, if something collapses here, I think I'd be better off in Austin than here, 100%.
As in, people will start taking stuff from you.
It's just people going nuts, and it don't take much.
You mean
Like LA is not a cohesive place. Like New York after 9/11, when I was there, there was a blackout.
Yeah.
And the blackout in the 70s, there were riots. But when I lived there, it was right after 9/11, and it was like the coolest. It was pitch black. Everybody was just cool. It was like a big party. There was almost no crimes.
You don't
Because
think,
9/11 was such a big deal. Everybody was being chill.
so
It was a good time. The blackout that I was in after 9/11 in New York.
It was nobody was robbing people.
I almost drank myself to death. Well, drugs too. But
Were you there?
yes.
Yeah, it was a party.
I was born during the blackout in 77. And,
Really?
yeah.
What month was it?
It was in July. That's in the movie Summer of Sam. Like all the
That's
people,
77?
all the people are freaking out that they think Son of Sam's going to kill them because
Yeah.
obviously everybody's living in fear. And at one point, all the lights go out, and like a million different people in their house are like, "Oh shit, Son of Sam's in my kitchen. He just cut the lights."
Oh, wow.
And it was just a blackout. And my dad worked in the city, but I was born in Jersey, and so like he went into Grand Central Station and got there as the only person there, and they're like, What the fuck are you doing here? There's no city right now. And he's like, oh, I was at the hospital all weekend. They're like, yeah, dude, turn around and go home. We have no power. The city is shut down.
It was markedly different.
Right, but the second one was tough because we all thought that was another terrorist attack. Who
When
wouldn't
the
have thought
eclipse
that?
happened.
That's right. So you're going to be cool. So that's the benefit of having that. The
Yeah.
kind of unity you get out of a nice, juicy terrorist attack, which you then could. It took us like 20 years to fully squander it all the way.
Hey, I'm
And we
still taking my shoes off at the airport. The
No,
spirit of
that's
9/11 is
the
alive in
shaky
me.
down for the. That's the shaky down for the the easier way if you join.
I always get cup checked,
What's that?
which I kind of don't mind.
What is that?
They check my dick.
Dude, that happened to me one time in where was I? It was like Houston or something, but I go to the thing and the guy, it was really more uncomfortable for him than me.
Yeah, no, I feel
He
sorry for
goes-
them.
He goes, okay, sir.
It's an anomaly.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He says an
It happens to
anomaly.
me all the time.
Yeah. He goes, sir, it's an anomaly. I was like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
he
No,
goes-
I know.
He goes, he points to the fucking monitor.
Yeah,
and
he
it's a
showed
red
the-
circle
yeah,
around
red
my
circle,
dick.
red. Yeah.
He goes, I'm going to lightly, with the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a hurry to get on the goddamn plane. So I'm like, dude, just feel me up and let's go.
Yeah, no.
He goes, we can go in a private
Do you
room.
think it happens to me? Yeah, do you want to go to private? I got no private room. He's like, do you need somebody to
I
witness?
go,
No
jerk
witness.
me off
Just
so I
do
can
it.
get on
You
the
got it.
plane.
Yeah, you got it. But I do
didn't
feel
say it
bad.
like that, but I was trying to joke. I'm like, oh, this guy is like, he might quit over this.
Some guys do
brush my dick with his hand.
Some guys do it, and they're not really that like because they don't want to touch my penis because they don't want to catch the gay. But one guy made me do like a step, like a foot in front of the other one.
Yeah.
So my legs were more apart, so that he could get like a good grab. Yeah.
He wanted all the gay.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Wow, I hadn't considered as a guy who's really into it. And by the way, after that guy that did mine, he would make eye contact.
Oh yeah, yeah, I bet. It's gonna be a tough job, man. Like
It's
for that, just for that.
Why are we doing this? What, dude? Why? First of all, the shoe thing. The only reason the shoe bomber got through was because nobody bothered to look down at his fucking feet. That there were visible fuses coming out of his obviously bomb shoes.
Yeah,
Okay, so you could fix it that way.
I
but
didn't even know there was a shoe bomber.
That's how we got this dumb shit.
Oh, right.
And
So-
now they're not even going to have actual in-person TSA people. They just have screens, and there's
Well,
like remote.
that would be great, except most of these airports didn't put the fucking money into that. So you
Yeah.
still got to strip and unpack.
Well, no, that's a
Yeah.
pilot program that they're starting in Las Vegas, and obviously they're hoping it'll work.
But even
so they can
that,
do it
that you would
everywhere.
be should be easier for you. All these things are always, and every single one of them, there's not a single one. You get a little bit of benefit, and then the rest of it is a goddamn trick to fuck you in the ass, not how you like. Okay, that's what every single
I'm
one
glad you
is.
put not how you like on the end of it.
Yeah, no, not in a way, in a fucking.
Not in a sweet way.
No, they're not making love.
Yeah.
That's for sure. No, it's dude. Remember when they started sending kids to pre-K? It was a big deal. Your kids got to go to pre-K.
Pre-kindergarten, yes.
When New York, I remember, I went to kindergarten when I was 5. I could already read when I went to kindergarten. My mother taught me to read because she wasn't a deadbeat bitch.
Yeah.
She cared about her kids.
That was good of her.
Yeah, a bunch
My
of people
parents hated me.
No, a bunch of people's parents don't teach them shit.
Yep,
I
that's what
had
happened.
no idea.
And that's the reason why they
Leave
have,
them out to get molested.
and that's why they have universal pre-K.
In my parents' defense, they didn't know anything.
No,
Right, because
that's not
there's-
why. Here's why. So
The ostensible reason is because some kids are so far behind by the time that they're 5 that kindergarten, they'll never actually catch up.
Correct.
My
That-
dad taught me how to do burnout.
Here's the real reason.
That's what they tell you.
Here's
That
the
was
real
handy.
fucking reason. Kids, when they're until you're 6, you don't get, I don't know if it's what it's called. It's like a brainwave state, theta or something. You can't distinguish reality from fiction. You have your parents helping you with that until you hit about 6. So I'm sure some kids do it earlier, and that's how they check your IQ. But you don't have that. So they want, kindergarten itself, the German word, is from the Prussian school of education invented by the billionaires of
Yes.
1900.
It means
It was
children
to
garden.
separate you from your fucking mother early, just like a commie country, just like what you heard about all the bad countries. A billionaire here thought it up, and they wrote it down openly. This is not a secret. Carnegie, there's a whole memo. We don't want artists and philosophers. We just need factory workers. That's why there was a bell. All the shit it's called the Prussian model.
Is he like this all the time?
What's
Because
that?
you're so funny. You're. If I cared, I'd be depressed right now.
Why be depressed?
Because you just everything is like everyone's under. We're all screwed and under control and stupid.
Look, well,
Like I'm all right?
what
like,
has
I
nothing to do with you, dude. Look, here's the good news. I
Good.
don't
Give
know
me
why
some
people
because we gotta go. Give me good news.
the whole thing's collapsing in front of you. All the
That's
help.
all. That's great news.
Yes.
Does that mean I'm gonna have to start fighting soon? 'Cause
No. You know all you got to do?
What?
Don't be a fucking. So think of it with 20 things that I won't bring up on the podcast that really you should be able to speak about openly, but I won't bring them up to not make it hard for you. And
Oh,
go,
you've already you've ruined it.
I haven't even gotten into anything.
I'm fine with it.
I've been doing a podcast on Gas Digital for a while. I haven't
Yeah.
done. I'm going to make my
Love
own.
those guys.
Yeah. And,
They hate me.
Whatever, dude. I
fine.
like you. That's all that matters.
There you go.
But the amount of times I had friends on, hey, can you cut that part? We had an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
And we got to cut. And I will, of course, cut it for them. I might want to do that on somebody else's podcast.
Yeah.
That's how we live here, and everybody's cool with it.
I know. Dude, I'm
Fuck
from
you. Don't do that no more.
Dude.
That's all you got to do. Don't be a. Just talk. Don't save up your political capital. Tell the truth. You know, he goes, is that the hill you want to die on? You ever hear that shit? Mm-hmm. Is that the hill you want to die on?
Nobody says that to me.
Well, I've had to hear it because I have to. That's great. Good for you, man.
No one ever said that.
Well, I've heard it over and over because I have to be around goddamn media nerds.
Yeah, well, that's
Listen,
because you're in it, which seems tough. Like that was the thing that I
Well,
noticed.
you can't unsee it once you see it, and
Yeah.
then it's the annoyance of like, look, if I know a thing's real, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back to like because you emotionally feel a certain way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're dating, which is what people think you should be that don't even fucking know you, right? Who complained that I said something about gender affirming care?
Somebody on
You, what are you, a
Instagram.
chump? Like, it's got nothing to do with your gender. It's got everything to do with pharma shit. That's marketing shit. I was hooked on Oxycontin.
All right.
I went to a pain management center to get my heroin.
Did it work?
Yeah, I was addicted.
Okay.
All they did was take the signs off that and put gender affirming care on,
All right.
and then sell you this fucking terminology like it's like a old lady watching soap
Are you
operas.
okay with trans people?
First of all, when
This is a question you and me nothing
I've
to do with
known
any of it.
trans people for dude, New York City. Nobody had a problem with trans people
Right.
where I lived, especially
could've-
comedians.
You could have said, "Yeah, I'm good," but yeah,
No, I now have a problem
with the people's other things that you say about.
There
it.
are not
I'm
this
talking
ma-
about the person.
I don't have a problem with any people
Right.
at all.
That's
I have
it.
a problem with lies and bullshit, and when people don't know themselves enough or have an identity enough where they're. It's the same as a guy who washes like a manosphere. I gotta be a high value male. You've seen
I
like
don't know what a manosphere is.
it's
Like
internet
alpha
bullshit.
male stuff.
You ever watch people pay money to go to like alpha male boot camp?
That's like it's like the more expensive version of wearing a hat that says "Wolves, not sheep."
Dude,
when you're all wearing the "I'm not a sheep"
Dude,
hat.
it's not even
man.
as good as if they were getting molested. They have to crawl around the mud and ice water and shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that on TikTok. That was
yeah,
funny.
it's 10 fucking grand. Can you know what's really alpha? Never doing that.
Yeah, of
course.
Or even talking about who's an alpha.
Yeah.
I've never even thought of that.
No, paying a man to teach you to be a man is not very manly.
No, but it does make him an alpha male. I will agree with
Yeah,
that.
no, he
Getting
gotcha.
a bunch of guys
Yeah,
to
yeah.
agree to go to
It
that does
absolutely
make
did.
you
He's
an
a
alpha
wolf.
male. Yeah, yeah.
And then there's Sigma male, right? Which
What's
is
that?
every fucking nerd that isn't an alpha, but they're like, it's male astrology is what the fuck it is. It's like I'm a Gemini.
Kurt, what do you do
Yeah.
for fun?
My
Right,
podcast,
jokes.
have some claws,
Yeah,
talk
claws
to
seem
good
fun.
friends
Cool.
about life. But look, the things I'm saying are not crazy or conspiratorial.
Yeah, I haven't caught it yet.
There's- What, like, why would you even be uncomfortable at any of them?
I'm
I'm
okay.
perfectly comfortable.
Like,
My
what do you
back's
do
sweaty.
for fun? I watch every single thing. I like to go to the gym. I probably could lose my beer gut if I stopped drinking claws.
I was gonna say claws might have something to do with that gut, but hey, man, it's,
It have everything to do with it.
yeah. But if you're happy
That
with your
not
gut,
eating right.
I say rock it. Oh, yeah.
Those two things.
Not eating right. We'll
Yeah.
give you a gut. They
But
say.
I have to say, I call it dirty bulking myself, but I don't call it that.
Dirty bulking.
I thought you know Huberman and all these people.
No, I'm just friends with him. I don't listen to him.
Oh, they go. It's like not eating right and working out. But
Yeah, which is no shit. Like,
but I
come
put on more muscle from doing that than I used to, like really strict, and I got skinny.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't put on bulk until I
Okay.
was just working out. But I'm gonna have to do a cut at some point, yeah.
Why?
Because I would like to lose it. I just
I mean, you're good friends with
I used to
people
not
that can
drink at
give
all.
you a like morning to night. This is what you eat. Like Joe Rogan, dude. Tell
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, hey, dude, I don't want to have a gut anymore, and he'll give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Done. Do that.
well, maybe I'll do that once.
I mean, I could do it for you. I know I'm not Joe Rogan, but I know how to like not be fat.
look
pretty easy.
Let me tell you something.
Discipline.
Disciplines for gay
I
guys.
should have a pack of. For who?
Gay guys. Black guys and gay guys have abs. That's how I look at it. Straight black men.
What about
Half of them are cheating.
What about MMA? What about Justin Gaethje? Oh, he doesn't really have abs.
He's just engaged. Well, whatever. I'm making a stupid joke. but,
Gay's literally in his name. Think about it.
Oh yeah, wait, that's
Yeah.
a bad one. Max Holloway, he's got abs.
Do you know
and
what?
He's not gay.
The only reason I exercise, by the way,
Yeah.
is not the main reason is to not be completely crazy from my goddamn job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's good for your mental.
I don't know how. I
Do you
wish
enjoy
I knew.
working out?
Yeah, I wish I knew.
You like lifting weights?
Yeah, I love
Do
it.
you listen to music when you lift
Yes.
weights? Is it metal?
No, it's all kind of shit.
It's not. Oh, so it's not aggressional.
What's your jam? What's
No,
your favorite
that
band
would
of
be
all time?
too imbalanced.
Are you a violent guy?
No, I mean not.
Like
what
if
do
I
you
cut
mean?
you off on the freeway and you go,
I haven't
"Fuck you."
driven for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm like,
I threatened to kill a homeless guy in New York that was bullying Tyler Fisher.
okay. Well, then, so there's a little. If he had said, "Let's go," would you go?
I would have. Well, first of all, it's New York, so
Can you fight?
I don't know. I will.
You don't know.
Well,
You're not trained in any
If
way.
I'm in- first
Do you
of
think
all-
you can punch me in the face?
I would never have a problem with probably a real fighter ever in my life. I would have a problem with some maniac that pulled some shit, and it wouldn't.
But do you
be,
think if I gave you boxing gloves right now and gave you like 10 seconds to punch me in the face, you think
I
you could
wouldn't
land
even?
one?
I would never be that stupid to try to fight a professional guy. You do it professionally.
Yeah, but I'm not going to punch you back. I'm just saying go for it. Free shot.
I don't. Why would I want to do that?
It's just a question.
No, I don't have that kind of urge to prove myself at it. However, I won't
Would have been a funny video.
No, yeah, of course. First of all, who can, a 46-year-old man?
Didn't say anyone had to care. Just funny video.
Yeah, but I don't need a concussion.
Your heart doesn't have. I didn't say. You get a free one. I don't punch you.
What is it? Do you
I just
come?
get to move.
Do I come?
I don't know if you're lucky. Depends on how you do
No,
it.
I wouldn't even try to do. I don't care. Look, that's not. I got no identity around fighting.
Right.
I just would never allow somebody like some guy stalked my girlfriend down the street not that long ago because it's
Wow.
getting bad out here.
Yeah.
Some homeless guy squatting in a burned out house.
Are they
apartment.
punching women on the street, or is that just a TikTok viral video?
No, they caught the guy.
It was one guy.
His name was like Skibbity Toilet.
It was only
wasn't
one
his name,
guy?
though, so-
Man, they
Skibbity
made a
Toilet's
video like
huge.
everyone's punching ladies on the street. It was one guy.
I'm telling you, Batman conditions. He's like the arch enemy that Batman has to put
You know,
away.
I know Batman personally.
Which one?
The
Caped Crusader, The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Wait, are you talking about an actor? Or are you talking about the actual Batman?
Actual Batman. He's been on the show. He was a guest.
The
Never
one
s-
from Hollywood.
Never
don't follow
see
the
him.
Jason Ellis show.
Never see him and Jason at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah. But
Well, they need one in New York to fight the homeless. He probably should be homeless.
I could call him.
In fact, I would reboot Dirty Harry and make it about a homeless guy that fights other homeless.
That's
I wanna
bum
pitch
fights.
that on this show.
That was on DVD.
Even Dirtier Harry.
No, just
Ooh.
Dirty Harry. It's a reboot. It's not the Dirty Harry you remember. Of
You
a
see
cop.
Clint Eastwood lately?
No, why?
Not looking good.
Varicose veins.
But still alive. But
I mean,
yeah.
that guy was in some good shape for quite a long time.
He was jacked. And that was back before. Now, you could probably still get steroids.
Yeah, but I saw him in person just about 10 years ago. So he was already in his 80s, and he had helicoptered to the appearance in Santa Monica from his home in Carmel.
Wait, he drove himself?
Flew himself down the coast.
That's a man.
And he was already
People
definitely...
need to go to that camp.
He was in his 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody ever worked with him thought he was a good guy. I've never heard of bad
believe
things.
that.
Except for the women. Yeah.
Well, the one wife,
Oh.
and I'm not Sandra Locke. Her name is.
We're friends with his daughter. We were.
True.
Is she the daughter of Sandra Locke?
I think...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just going to say that because we got to go.
Oh,
Everybody
well,
needs to check out Kurt Metzger's special.
30 Minutes With on your YouTube page.
It's Gas Digital made a series called 30 Minutes With. I wish I had named it because people it goes, you got a new special called 30 Minutes With. Like I named it that shit.
Oh, they just did that? You didn't? You should have said something.
I did. Look, I can't. I'm making my. I have an hour coming out called a special treat.
Then then fucking shut up. It's fine.
Well, I'm self conscious about it.
You should. It's very funny.
No,
People should-
not
people
the
should-
special. I mean that title nonsense.
Right.
But
Well,
that notwithstanding, it's a really good...
it's too late
short
now,
special.
man. Move on. Get past it. You fucked that one. Now you know? Next time you have this opportunity, tell Lewis, no, not yet. I want to name it. You'll be all right. Get him another White Claw. You'll be all right. Cheer him up.
There is tons more where this came from each and every week at our Patreon,
You should blow
patreon.com/Ellis
smoke in my face.
Smith.
You'll be all right.
Oh, you turned it off?
Man,
I can't live under these fucking conditions.
Jizz smoke in my
it
face.
really
after
is like communist China. We don't even have smoke anymore.
Right? Man, all right.
I played China. Did you ever go to China?
Yep. I was there when my friend jumped the Great Wall of China on a skateboard.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
That's
I got a
fucking
massage
cool.
there by two ladies.
That's cool.
I'm disgusting. Don't die.